Harris was sitting on the floor, eyes glued to the screen, fingers tapping the controller. Yes, almost there, he whispered excitedly. He was playing his favourite game and was trying to reach the next level. Just then, Dad called, said, Harris, it's time for Asr Salah. Come and pray. Just 5 more minutes, said Harris, without looking away from the screen. 5 minutes then turned into 10, then 20, and before he knew it, the sun had set. Asr time was gone. That evening, Baba was disappointed. Harris, we remind you every day, but you don't listen. Skipping Salah for games is not right. Harris sighed. I was just so close to winning, Baba. Grandfather was sitting nearby and listening. He smiled and said, Come here, my boy. Let me tell you a story. Long, long ago, there was a young boy, like you, who loved playing video games. But whenever his mother called him, he ignored her. One day, his mother made a heartfelt dua. Oh Allah, soften my son's heart and guide him before it's too late. Allah answered her dua, and the boy grew up to be one of the greatest scholars, teaching people about Islam and the importance of respecting parents. Grandfather continued, Do you know what the Prophet ﷺ said about parents? Harris shook his head. The Prophet ﷺ said, Paradise lies under the feet of your mother. Number 2, the pleasure of Allah is in the pleasure of your father, and the displeasure of Allah is in the displeasure of your father. Number 3, and about Salah, he said, the first thing a person will be asked about on the Day of Judgment is their Salah. Harris' eyes widened. So if I listen to my parents, I make Allah happy? Grandfather nodded. Yes, and if you pray on time, you show gratitude to Allah, who gives you everything, even your games. The next day, Harris was playing again, but when he heard the azan, he quickly paused the game. Baba smiled and said, Harris, you're coming to pray? Harris grinned. Of course, Baba. I don't want to miss out on Jannah. From that day on, Harris was always listening to his parents and never missed one salah because he knew that respect and prayer bring Allah's blessings. That's the end of the story. Here are a few morals we learned from the story. Make sure that you always listen to your parents because they love you and they want the best for you. Never miss your salah because it's key to Jannah. Respecting elders brings Allah's mercy because the Prophet ﷺ said, He is not one of us who does not show mercy to our young ones and respect our elders.